has landed a West German BMW. Thank you for joining us tonight. In Fort Washington, Pennsylvania, I'd like to introduce the West German BMW Genius team. Troy Perlman, Matt Clifford, Jessica Weiss, Orlando Powell.
All right, everyone, thank you for joining us on our 4 Series live event. I know we can't be with you here in the showroom. I hope everyone is staying safe. Today we're going to be going over just some features, details, interior, exterior, and also some specs inside the car. All right? First, Andrew's going to take us around the vehicle and just show us. All right, everyone. Make sure you stay tuned to the end. We will be talking about our weekend with the 4 Series. All you have to do is leave a comment in the Facebook, okay? So first, we're going to go over the exterior, then the interior, then the engine. So I know we have a big elephant in the room in the grille. I promise we're going to go around the car and then come back to that. So first, we're going to start with our full LED headlights here, which are standard. On the previous model we have on the left, they are not standard. They were an option. This is our black sapphire, one of the paints on the M440. We also have our Arctic Race Blue on our 430. That is exclusive to the 4 Series. Then another exclusive color will be the San Remo Green. We have our 19-inch rims here, bi-color. A wheel that previously would have been an individual wheel from the website. Now it is part of the M440. We have our red painted calipers. Before, you only had the option for the blue painted calipers. If we come around to the side, you're going to see a taste of our flagship 8 Series model in the new 4 Series. As we make our way to the back, as I said in the front, we had the full LED headlights. We now have them in the rear as well. Now, BMW has moved the rear view camera plenty of times. Now, for the first time, it is located inside of the BMW logo. It has been underneath it before. We have our black rear diffuser, our black exhaust tips, part of the extended shadowline trim. This vehicle is 5 inches longer, it is 1 inch wider, and also is 1.5 inches longer wheelbase, which will help with performance. Matt's going to be going over all of the performance specs.
Alright guys, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of everything. But first, I'm going to come back to the 440. We're going to start with our 430. This is our turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine. It produces 255 horsepower and 295 pounds of torque. This is actually our X-Track model. That means it's all-wheel drive. We do offer this vehicle in rear-wheel drive as well. But this all-wheel drive model is propelled from 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. Now I'm going to take you back over here to the M440. This is the real juicy part of the vehicle. This is our bread and butter, BMW's iconic inline 6 engine. This engine is turbocharged and features a 48-volt mild hybrid system. What the mild hybrid system does, it propels the vehicle in between shifts and in initial inertia. So it makes the vehicle have a little bit of hybrid technology without sacrificing battery. Now, if you guys also, this vehicle is paired with BMW's lightning fast 8-speed ZF automatic transmission with launch control, which propels this vehicle from 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. That's lightning fast. And then it also features BMW's M Sport differential. This is in the M440 model exclusively. This feature allows you, if you're getting a little bit, if you lose stability, or it will send power to the different wheels and it will retain traction, either if you're on the track or if you're on the street itself. Now I'm going to feature Troy back to you.
Now we're going to come back to that grille I was talking about. I know it was the topic of discussion on the forums and at the dealership when we first saw pictures. It looks incredible in person. We have the black extended shadowline trim, again on the front. Makes the trim all black around. You'll also have the option to get that in the chrome, which is on the 430, as well as the cerium gray. Now something different with the Cerium Gray is there's no more fingerprints. I know some of our BMW customers, they had the previous version of it, and when you put a finger on that Cerium Gray, fingerprints would go everywhere. Now it will not, okay? These are also active kidney grills. Matt's gonna start the car up and show you how these will actually open up and then close. This is so that the engine can be cooled down. As you'll see, they'll open right there. And now they're gonna close, all right? Then we're gonna head over to the passenger seat, where Londo's gonna take over and show you all the awesome new interior features.
As we get into the feature, notice that BMW does not miss any steps on this beautiful Takara luxury seat setting, along with its nicely stitched seats, as well as its adjustable leg adjustments. Also, by the seats being 16-way adjusted as well. Notice that we still didn't miss a touch with our ambient lighting system. Very beautiful. Now, as we step away from those luxury interior seats, let's directly go straight into our beautiful navigation display, which is so beautiful and colorful. Notice that we relocated our stop-start engine button, as well as the beautiful iDrive system. Stepping right into our live cockpit, notice that it's very beautiful and clear, very digital. Also supports all different drivetrains as well. And along with this beautiful leather-wrapped steering wheel, we're going to get a beautiful, nicely personal assistance from BMW. Also, the fun still didn't stop there. Also coming standard, we also have your Android Play and your Apple CarPlay as well. Now, let's step into some safety features. We're getting blind spot monitoring in our mirrors. We're also getting lane departure alert, as well as pedestrian crossing warnings as well. And now we're going to step into an everyday lifestyle, and let's see what sits in the trunk of 12 cubic inches. As you see, our trunk still didn't miss any spots as well. 12 cubic inches, we still can fit our everyday lifestyle as well. It's a beautiful, nice golf bag, easy to get out. Beautiful. As you see, very detailed, lovely trunk. And now I'm just going to let Troy take it away.
All right, everyone, now we're going to show you just some of the differences between the previous 4 Series and the new one. Matt's going to take away with the technology, and then I'm going to show you the grill and the seats.
All right, guys. So in the previous model, this vehicle featured iDrive 6.0, which if you don't know what the updated new M440, the system that's in that's the iDrive 7. Please visit our YouTube channel if you guys have any questions or you want to know what it's about. We describe it in our YouTube with detail. This vehicle also features a completely different interior. Gauges are completely different. As you can see, they're all analog. There's little to no real display you can see on the vehicle itself. And then I'm going to have Troy go over a little bit of the exterior of the vehicle and kind of show you just some key point differences.
So we talked about those LEDs in the front of the new one, how they were not full LEDs on the previous version. So we'll show you the front grills and the lights, just one clean shot of both. I think the new 4 is going to be very fast when you get used to it. The new grille looks amazing, a lot more modern, unique for the BMW lineup. When you see a 4 Series on the road, everyone's been wondering, what is that? Like, it's so sporty. Also for the kidney grills, this 4 Series is active, the new one. The previous 4 Series does not have active kidney grills. Now we're going to go over, we're going to head into the Q&A. Thanks to all the geniuses, they had a lot of insight on the vehicle. So we're going to get our Q&A set up. Have your questions ready.
Please stick around, guys. It'll take a second. We'll set up our Q&A section so you guys can submit your questions for the vehicle. Just give us a second here.
Put it back on the home. Yeah. Move that. Move the picture. Sit. Everyone sit. Jessica, sit.
Jessica's going to take over with our questions.
Hi, Jess.
All right, so she's going to take the camera, and then she'll be asking some of us some questions. Whatever you guys have for us, we're ready.
For those who didn't know who was recording, it's Andrew Fisher. He's actually one of our client advisors and previous.
Thank you
product
so
specialist.
much, Andrew.
Yeah, take a seat.
Take a seat. He was actually just a certified lead. He was a German certified
So
lead.
before we get into the questions, make sure you guys do comment. That will make you eligible for the weekend of the 4 Series. Like the post, follow our Facebook account, and just leave a comment, and now you're eligible. And hopefully you RSVP'd as well. All right, so let's get to the first question.
First question is from Steven. Can I get the black shadow line instead of the new Cerium Gray?
Yes, you can. So in the M440, you can get the extended shadow line trim. The only one that will have the Cerium Gray is the M440, so that will be the replacement there. You'll be able to get that on the mirror caps as well as on the kitty wheel.
You will also be able to get an extended shadow line trim on a 430. It will be chrome instead of cerium, but you can black it out with the extended shadow line package. You'd be able to get that on the M Sport package only on the 430 model.
Does your another Steve here, does your M440 have the lumbar option?
Yes, it does. That is standard on the M440, so you'll be able to move around the lumbar as you wish. The seats are very comfortable. They are brand new, like we said. So they're exactly like the X3 seats and the 3 Series.
Guinea wants to know, can you describe all of the drive modes?
I'll take it over. Yeah, so your standard is your comfort mode, everyday driving. Everything's nice, relaxed, nothing's too crazy, but if you put your foot down, the car will react pretty quickly. Then you have Sport, Sport Plus, and Sport Individual as well. So Sport mode, what that will do is it will make the steering ratio a little bit tighter, so you'll return as much to get the turn as far, as well as you will get the throttle response will be more sensitive, as well as your gear change will be a little more aggressive, and it will hold the shift a little bit longer. If you do have the adaptive suspension in your vehicle, it will sharpen the suspension as well. If you do not, then your suspension will stay the same regardless of what your mode you're in. For the final one is your Eco Pro mode. That's if you're on a long road trip down to the beach, you want to save some fuel or getting low on gas. When you Eco Pro mode, what will happen is the car, when you're coasting, will go into neutral, so you have no engine braking, as well as will limit some parts of the car. If you have cooled seats, it will limit that, as well as heating seats as well too, as keep the AC down, so you're not wasting as much power over a long journey.
Thank you, Andrew. Elizabeth wants to know, what was the horsepower on the 440?
It was 382, and it does add a little bit with the 48-volt system, so you get 11 horsepower at 48 volts, so it's approximately like 393.
And you also have
Thanks, Matt.
369 pound-feet of torque, and as Matt said before, 0 to 60 in around 4.3. Usually it's faster.
Always underrated.
Yeah, BMW says it's
not much faster than you get.
Exactly. So it will be quicker.
All right, Christy here. What new color options are there?
So as I said before, you have the new Arctic Race Blue that is exclusive to the 4. You have the San Remo Green. You have Portimao Blue, which came over from the 3 Series. That was a new color for that. These are some of the features. We have jet black in the 430, Alpine White in the 430. You have Mineral White in the 430 and in the 440. You also have Black Sapphire, which is the one we have over there. So you have a ton of different color options. If you go on the builder, you'll be able to build it yourself, look how your perfect BMW would be, and send it over to us, and hopefully make your dream come true.
Troy, isn't there a new color that came down from the 5 Series, Bluestone?
Bluestone, yes, Bluestone, another one. So that was from the 5. There's a ton of colors on there.
Did Sunset Orange carry over as well from the last 4 Series as well too?
Yes, it did.
It's a great color, guys. Ready?
Laura wants to know, is there any chance of a hatchback in the future?
Yes, the Grand Coupe will be coming. Give it about a year and we'll see it start to arrive. So hopefully it'll carry everything over from those cars, and maybe we'll get a real M version out of that as well too.
And then we'll be getting the convertible as well.
Yeah.
So we'll have the Grand Coupe, the convertible, and then also we'll have our brand new M4 coming out next year, which will be incredible.
Awesome. So Steve would like to know the starting price. I'm sorry. Starting price is what on a base model?
What, 48, 395 for the 430 for the coupe. Rear-wheel drive is, I believe, 2,000 less than all-wheel drive.
Give or take.
Give or take.
What's nice is they're around the same price as the previous one, and they have a ton of new standard features. You have the Android Auto, the Apple CarPlay, the standard LEDs, the standard sunroofs. There's so much value in that. So,
And then along with all the safety features as well, most of the stuff is already all included. So, BMW wanted to keep options and packages to a minimal, so they gave the car a little bit more standard features than the older version.
So similarly equipped, like previous generation 4 Series, is more than a current equipped 430 with the exact same options. So you're getting more bang for your buck, as well as a brand new car with the looks and everything else that will go along with it.
Correct.
Will this come in a hybrid? Elizabeth would like to know.
Awesome. Unsure. Well, we do have the i4 coming out, so that will kind of be a replacement for that, but that's only in the fourth door for now. So we'll see. Maybe we'll have a fully hybrid
Or a
4 Series.
430 or something.
Yeah, possibly me as well too, to do a little bit of, driving full electric.
Yeah. BMW's been pretty experimental with their EVs. As I think Andrew mentioned, the i4 was coming out. You could also see some other cool things that are probably going to hit soon. Hopefully we'll get some more news about that.
What did they say? By 2025, we'll have
There's 30 cars.
every car, every lineup, every model will have its own EV.
Yeah, so
About 30 cars
30
in the
cars in the
portfolio.
portfolio will have
And we were one of the first companies to start with our i3, which is in 2014.
Correct.
So Steve here would like to know, on the M440 with the 19-inch wheels, what are the tire options?
We have our all seasons, they're performance tires, so you'll be able to have both options there. You won't have to, in previous models of BMW, you had to go for performance tires when you upgraded to the bigger rim, but now they're giving you a nice option.
All right, and Christy, she wants to hear from each and every one of you. If you each had to pick, what is the best feature of this car? Starting with Andrew.
I would say probably the 48-volt system, something new, something different we're starting to see. So, it's a little getting used to. You lose that function where you can turn the engine where it doesn't turn off at red lights, but it does so well that you don't even notice it even doing anything. So I think it's a great feature for the new car and kind of just, extends the hybrids in a new direction. So.
Thank you, Andrew. How about
My
Matt?
favorite part is definitely the technology. We haven't seen it be updated for in a couple of years. And we saw it with the 3 Series at first. It hit in 2019, I believe, and it got all the cool stuff like remote engine start, Apple CarPlay on a bigger screen, live cockpit. So the virtual, it used to be all analog, like your tachometer and your speedometer used to be all analog. They switched that to digital, so that's all cool now. And then just kind of the capability you can do with the vehicle now.
Thanks, Matt.
Everything's all cool.
Troy?
So I got a lot of hate for this when I first said this, but I know these guys are on my side, but the grill, I actually really like it. I think it's really unique. Anytime I'm looking at purchasing a car or just recommending a car to someone, I always look for something that's unique that will turn heads while we're driving, and that grill really did it for me. So.
Thanks, Troy. Orlando, how about you?
Well, I would say the beautiful Takara leather seats, along with that beautiful stitching, and also the leg extender for more better comfort. And with its 16-way adjustable seats, it just makes everything more comfortable. So that way the seats actually grab you wrapping around while you're full performance as well.
Thank you, Orlando. Holly has a question. Does it have more room in the back seat?
So actually, if you guys want to follow me, I'm around like 5'9", so I'm like an average.
Yeah, he's 6'2".
Yeah,
So,
perfect.
we'll actually put Andrew in the back. We'll put Andrew in the back. It is 5 inches longer than the previous one.
So if this one's 5 inches longer, we can imagine the Grand Coupe is going to be, probably close to 5 inches longer as well. So the forward door will have a lot of space, and this one has a lot of space as well.
Yeah. So guys, if you want to come over here, I'll show you guys kind of how the seat function works. So the latch is right here, and you would just pull and then pull forward, and then it'll automatically go up. I'll have Andrew get in the back now.
And how tall are you, Andrew?
I'm about 6'2", so a little squeezed, but nothing crazy. But
Wow.
it's very comfortable.
It's roomy.
I like room as long as the seat stops going back. So. Headroom is good as well too. So I have plenty of space back here. Headroom is great. You have a nice big window here on the right side as well, so it doesn't feel too claustrophobic. But you still got the great leather seats back here. Everything's nice and comfortable. It feels like I'm sitting in the front seat. So I couldn't be more happy compared to the previous generation where I would be cramped sitting back there.
All right, cool, awesome.
All right, guys, is there any more questions we have?
Looks like we have one more question from Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth.
How you doing?
Does it come in a manual?
So, unfortunately, the 430 and the M440 won't come in manual options, but please, the M4 is coming, and it is optioned in manual and rear-wheel drive only.
Yes, there will be a base version with manual. The true drivers that want to drive that, they'll have that option. All right. Is that everything? We covered it all.
We're great.
Maybe and scratch the surface.
So again, we have our contest. We're going to announce it tomorrow. Make sure you do leave a comment in there, so you're eligible for winning the weekend with the 4 Series. We'll all get in here. If you'd like to contact us, 215-643-3322. Our website is westgermanbmw.com. and we are located at 500 West Pennsylvania Avenue, Fort Washington, PA.
And then, guys, remember, if you've just joined us now, we're going to be posting this video to our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to kind of see what you missed a little bit, a couple of the key features and differences, and information that you've missed about the vehicle.
Thanks to BMW North America for hosting this. Thanks to WG, and we hope to see you in the showroom soon.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Bye, guys.